The small atoll rises a mile offshore, little more than a halo of sharp rocks anointing the slate-gray waters. From a distance, one would scarcely take notice, and upon closer inspection, their perception wouldn't be much altered. Yet this nothing of a stone formation has been, since the planning cadre took up residence on this island, the closest thing to a sacred site observed by the brilliant and unknown conspiracy of men and women who secretly control the destiny of Craish. Mr. Kwan dutifully crews the tiny rowboat, ever the pleasant stoic as he guides the oars smoothly through the lapping tide. Diawan sits at the bow, her back to the atoll. She isn't entirely ready to take in the scene that awaits them there. She studies Kwan's face, its broad and congenial features. Diawan has always possessed the ability to read people. She never knows their thoughts, but she sees their nature and intentions revealed in the smallest ticks in the flesh of their face, or the way they move their body, or the quiver in their voice, no matter how slight. Mr. Kwan does not speak, and Diawan has yet to witness a single crack in his veneer, not even when he discovered her spying on Edgar and O'Sheen's private conversation and displayed sympathy by not exposing her. He is perhaps the only person she has ever met who appears to act purely and selflessly in aid of those around him. It has been weeks since Diawan ascended to the center of the planners, for there is no head of their winding circular table, supplanting Edgar, Craish's modern architect and unnamed ruler. What everyone save Diawan knows is that Edgar's death was an accident. The wind dragon ever affixed to his neck, which enabled him to speak, prematurely entered its frenzied mating cycle and tore out Edgar's throat. What no one but Diawan knows, at least not for certain, is that Diawan triggered Ku, the wind dragon's violent mating cycle, in order to kill Edgar. It wasn't something Diawan planned, not exactly, but it was something for which she'd prepared. She knew what kind of person Edgar truly was, even if Diawan hadn't wanted to believe it when she first came to the cadre. She also couldn't have known the depth of his cold, passionless view of people or the ultimately genocidal impact of it. Killing Edgar was necessary. Maintaining the cadre's perception of his death as an accident is also necessary. Diawan sees no dishonesty in Kwan, and certainly no malice, but neither can she be certain what he knows or suspects. Kwan served Edgar with unwavering dedication for more years than Diawan has drawn breath. He obviously cared for the old man, yet Kwan seems to care for everyone he encounters. She wonders if inwardly he suspects, as O'Sheen clearly does, that Diawan played a part in Edgar's demise. She further speculates whether or not those suspicions, should Kwan harbor them, place her in jeopardy. Diawan hopes the stoic attendant will continue to keep those thoughts unspoken. She has come to like him very much, and has even begun to depend on him. Their rowboat approaches the rocky shore of the atoll as dusk dims the light of the world. Other skiffs are anchored there, harmlessly knocking against one another as the current sweeps them back and forth. Mr. Kwan ceases his slow, steady rowing and draws the oars into the boat. Diawan watches as he delicately rolls back the wide sleeves of his robe and then takes up a bell-shaped anchor tethered to a chain. Kwan leans over the side of the rowboat and gently lets it slip below the surface of the water, carefully feeding the chain to the end of its length.